What's going on, guys? It's Cole, and welcome to the final week of Season 9 of the Global Pokemon Society. So last week, we were unfortunately unable to defeat the Memphis Muse. So now we go into this week at 1 win and 8 losses. And our opponent this week is the previously winless Florida Feraligatrs, coached by Noah. He beat Vero Beach last week. So for his team, he has his S tier Annihilape, his A tier Hippowdon, his B tiers Bramblegast, Jolteon, and Toxicroak, and his C tiers Tatsugiri, Lycanroc Midnight, and Camerupt. So I expect he's probably going to bring maybe the left 5, and then obviously probably one of his C tiers, or if not Bramblegast, then 2 of his C tiers. Alright, so see you guys in the battle. Alright, Alright, so we are getting ready to battle against Noah. So the team that we are bringing is Rotom, hasn't changed. Lycanroc has Psychic Fangs and is Terra Psychic. Toxtricity hasn't changed. Kingambit is the specially defensive one with leftovers instead of the Life Orb. Salamence is still the banded one. The specs. And Qwilfish is a Swords Dance set. So he's bringing Annihilape, Hippowdon, Toxicroak, Camerupt, and Tatsugiri. So he's not bringing Bramblegast. So I decided to lead off with Toxtricity. So he leads off with Hippowdon, as I lead off with Toxicity. So immediately I'm switching out. Even though I expect the rocks to come up, just in case he goes for an earthquake. Yep, as I said, the rocks come up. So I go for a Draco, as he gets taken down to about a third. He'll eat a citrus berry. So we should switch Salamence out and go into Qwilfish. He just heals up with Slack Off. So I go for a liquidation. Take him down to about half. So I take good damage from an earthquake. Even at -2. So I know another liquidation won't kill. So I switch out into Rotom. As he switches out into Tatsugiri, expecting the water move. So I go for a Blizzard. And miss. So Rotom will die to a Draco Meteor. So I go back out into Salamence. So he swaps out Tatsugiri and goes into Jolteon. As I hit a Draco, taking it down to about a quarter. So I switch out because I wasn't expecting him to terrestrialize since he was at such low health, and yet he does anyway. This is also where I found out that 1, his Jolteon is not spexed, and 2, Toxtricity isn't at full max speed, because I'm Choice Scarfed, and this Jolteon will outspeed me. I was very confused by that, but then afterwards I realized Toxtricity is not max speed. I thought it was. But then I noticed I think it has some attack EVs by accident, so that was my fault. So he goes into Camerupt. So I go for a soft Sludge Bomb. So I just decide to let Toxtricity go down here, so I go for another Sludge Bomb, as he goes for an Earth Power. So I go into Lycanroc, because I thought Drill Run might kill. And it doesn't. So we take some Rocky Helmet Chip, and Lycanroc will die to an Earth Power. So was that preventable? Yes. So I go into Salamence. So I have Air Slash instead of Hurricane, because just in case he brought Bramblegast, Air Slash would not activate Wind Rider. So we kill Camerupt with an Air Slash. Then send out Jolteon. So I switch into Kingambit. And we take a soft Terra Blast. As he goes for a Thunderbolt. And we will kill Jolteon with a Kowtow Cleave. He then sends out Hippowdon. So I expect an earthquake, so I decide to terrestrialize. As we leave him with a little bit, and he just slacks off. Basically, all that damage we just did was negated. He swaps out Hippowdon as I go for... Sorry. I go for a Swords Dance as he goes for a Yawn. So I go for a Kowtow Cleave. As he swaps a Hippowdon out and goes into Tatsugiri, which will fall to a +2 Supreme Overlord Kowtow Cleave. As we fall asleep. So he goes into Annihilape. I probably should have just swapped out here. And we stay asleep one turn. And of course we have to stay asleep for another turn. Sandstorm goes away. I expect to wake up this turn, so I go for a Sucker Punch. But I stay asleep. Again. As we fall to a Rage Fist. No, we do not fall to a Rage Fist. We get the 3-minute warning. And now we finally wake up and do decent damage with a Sucker Punch, as we will fall to a Rage Fist. So we're going to Salamence. Who, unfortunately, we have to proc Defiant on Annihilape, because all we have left is Intimidate. We have a 2-minute warning, and we will knock it out with an Air Slash. But it doesn't matter, because Toxicroak will be coming out, and it has Vacuum Wave, which will knock out both Salamence and Qwilfish. Yep, there's a Vacuum Wave. Oh. And we Air Slash it, but he has a Focus Sash. So that just sealed it for him. So the Vacuum Wave comes off and will kill Salamence. And then Qwilfish will come out and die to a Vacuum Wave. So game 1's over. I will see you guys in game 2. Alright, so in game 2, I decide just to lead off with Rotom. So we're just going right down the line. So he leads off with Jolteon, as we lead off with Rotom. So he goes for a Volt Switch. And he goes into Camerupt. As I go for a Blizzard, but of course I miss. Because why wouldn't I? Obviously, I expected a fire move. So I thought about going into Lycanroc. But instead I switch out into Salamence. Which works out because he misses a Fire Blast. And there's the Fire Blast miss. So he withdraws Camerupt. He goes into Jolteon. as I hit a Draco. Bring him down to a quarter again. So, thinking maybe he might actually terrestrialize again, I go into Rotom. And he does. I was even thinking, I'm like, there's no way he terrestrializes Jolteon again at like a quarter health, does he? Turns out he does. So he goes for the soft Terra Blast. Which does like 29 damage. So I expect a Volt Switch. So I go for a Nasty Plot. So I figured he'd switch out, which is why I went for the Nasty Plot. So he sends Camerupt back in. So I go for the Blizzard, and I'll one-shot the Camerupt. So he then sent out Toxicroak. And if Frigidaire was at higher health, I would absolutely terrestrialize here into a Ghost type, expecting the Vacuum Wave. But instead I just let Frigidaire go down. So I then send out Lycanroc. And oh look, he's going for Focus Blast. And oh look, he hits. Could I have terrestrialized there? Yes. Was I an idiot for not terrestrializing? Also yes. That's 2 games in a row where I had a preventable Lycanroc death. And I had done the calcs too. I knew I was going to die to a Focus Blast. So I should have terrestrialized. So we send out Toxtricity as he goes for a soft Vacuum Wave. And I go for a Boom Burst. Now he has a free switch into Annihilape. So I switch out Toxtricity, and I know I'll proc Defiant, but I go into Salamence. And as you can see, the game froze because I had to move my laptop. So, luckily, here's the other recording, and I'm like, wait, what did he do? And then I looked down and I was like, oh, he attacked. Okay. So we go for an Air Slash. And he flinches, which was nice. Because I needed that flinch, otherwise I think Salamence dies to a Rage Fist. So I need this Air Slash to not miss, and it doesn't, so we knock out Annihilape. So Annihilape falls, and in comes Jolteon, as usual. And here's where it was either a read on his part or just terrible timing on mine. Because I Terra Water. As he goes for a Volt Switch. So Salamence dies. Yeah, let's just say I was a little not happy about that one. He sent out Hippowdon, so I go into Qwilfish. So I think I can take one, so I go for a Swords Dance. He goes for Earthquake. We go down to 31 HP. So I honestly thought he was going to switch out here, expecting a liquidation. So I go for a Poison Jab. And he doesn't switch out. So we do pitiful damage. We do get the poison, but Qwilfish will die to an Earthquake. So we go into Kingambit. So I know I can take a -1 Earthquake. But I go for a Kowtow Cleave. Procking. I should have Swords Danced. And then he gets a crit. And at that point, I thought it was over. Because I'm like, oh my god. So we go for the Kowtow to KO Hippowdon. So I go for the Sucker Punch. So we'll knock out his Jolteon. So now it's Kingambit and Toxtricity versus Tatsugiri. So at this point, I'm like, wait. Can I actually win this? Also, nice. We go for the Sucker Punch. And surprisingly, one-shot Tatsugiri. So we somehow win Game 2. So I will see you guys in Game 3. Alright, so welcome to Game 3. So I decided to lead off with Lycanroc. Casey decides to lead off with Toxicroak. And she leads off with Hippowdon. So once again, not a great lead. We switch into Rotom as he gets up the Stealth Rocks. So I set up a nasty plot as he goes for a yawn. So he switches out Hippowdon, goes into Jolteon. We take it down to yellow, down to red. So he goes for a Thunderbolt as we sleep. So Jolteon will Volt Switch. He switches into Toxicroak as we sleep. So I switch into Toxtricity. As he goes for a Soft Vacuum Wave. So I go for an Overdrive. Because he might go expect a Boom Burst. I don't know. So he expects the Boom Burst, I think. So he goes on to Annihilape. As we go for a Soft Overdrive. So I switch out. And I go into Frigidaire. As Rotom will fall to a Rage Fist. So I go into Salamence. Because I don't think a terrestrialized Psychic Fangs will kill from this range. So I go for an Air Slash. Bring it down into the red, but we don't flinch it, so Salamence will fall to a Rage Fist. So I go into Lycanroc. He withdraws Annihilape and goes into Hippowdon. I go for a soft Psychic Fangs. So we switch out into Qwilfish. This Qwilfish takes massive damage from an Earthquake. So we go for a Liquidation, which brings it down into the yellow. And Qwilfish will once again die to an Earthquake. So we go back into Lycanroc. I go for a Terra Psychic Fangs. Which brings it down into the red. Z goes for a hard Earthquake. Or semi. So he switches out Hippowdon into Jolteon to sacrifice it. So he then sends out Toxicroak. So I go for a Stone Edge. As I die to a Sludge Bomb. So we go into Toxtricity. As I figured, he switches out Toxicroak and goes into Hippowdon. So obviously Overdrive isn't going to do anything. So I just decide to let Toxtricity go down. So he goes for an Earthquake and Toxtricity falls, leaving Kingambit versus Hippowdon, Toxicroak, and Camerupt. And something else. Oh, Annihilape. So we kill Hippowdon as he goes into Toxicroak. So he terastallizes into a fighting type. As I go for an Iron Head. He goes for a Vacuum Wave. And takes us down to 55 HP as we will kill with Iron Head. So he goes on Camerupt, and we cannot win. Sucker Punch does less than half. So as Camerupt hits the Earth Power, the season comes to an end. We lose to the Florida Feraligatrs, and we finish off the season at 1-9. So yeah, that season sucked. Like, oh, it went horribly wrong. But anyway, I'll see you guys next season. Later.
Bye-bye.